Hello, I'm Mac.
I'm Sarah, and welcome to our channel.
And welcome to the top 5 things to do in Arundel. Arundel is a picturesque market town on the banks of the River Arun and is nestled in the South Downs in the heart of West Sussex. The skyline is dominated by the impressive cathedral and majestic Arundel Castle. 90 minutes from London by train, the station is a short walk from the town centre. The town is located on the A27 and has 3 car parks, although they do get pretty busy, so it's best to arrive early. With a rich history and cultural heritage, Arundel is a destination that should definitely be on your list. Straight in at the top of our list is Arundel Castle. This imposing castle, which dates back to the 11th century, is the most popular visitor attraction in Arundel, with very good reason. Let's go and find out why. The castle is set in around 40 acres of sweeping grounds and gardens, which in themselves are definitely worth a visit.
Arundel Castle is the historic home of the Duke of Norfolk, and most of the castle and grounds are open to the public. Entry prices range from £13 to £25 per adult.
We headed straight for the Norman Keep, the oldest part of the castle, perched on its defensive motte and surrounded by a dry moat. It was once used to defend the castle from invaders. Now, the keep is home to an interactive exhibition area where visitors can learn about sieges and dress up in costumes. History fans are going to love Arundel Castle. It's got an immense history, including in 1643 when it was besieged in the English Civil War. Now, the invading forces actually drained the water supply for the castle, which is Swanbourne Lake nearby. Stay tuned for later in the video when we visit Swanbourne Lake. But the inhabitants of the castle managed to survive for 16 days without water before finally having to give in to the invading forces. Still photography is welcomed, but no filming is allowed inside the castle, which houses over 30 lavishly decorated rooms. Our highlights were the stunning plush 19th century library and the Great Hall.
Fun fact, Arundel Castle has often been used as a filming location and has doubled for Windsor Castle in films like The Madness of King George. It even featured as the seat of German High Command in Wonder Woman in 2017.
There are so many areas of the gardens to explore, each with their own style and feel. From the tropical and English gardens to the unique Collector Earl's Garden with its beautiful ornate wooden sculptures.
Strolling around the gardens here, you'd be forgiven for thinking you were somewhere in Italy, but Arundel's formal gardens are absolutely stunning, especially on a day like today. Would you believe parts of this beautiful garden were used as a car park from the 1970s until its redevelopment in 2008? Deep in the gardens is the tea terrace, perfect for a refreshing drink on a hot day. The gardens are also host to open-air theatre, and the castle has a busy programme of medieval-themed events.
We have been exploring the castle and the grounds for over 4 hours now, and we still haven't seen everything.
So if you plan to come and visit the castle and the gardens and make the most of that admission price, we really recommend bringing a picnic. Plan to spend the whole day here so you can really enjoy it and see everything.
Well, just a short 10 or 15 minute walk up this beautiful tree-lined avenue leads you to our next destination, which is...
Swanbourne Lake.
Let's go!
A mill pond is known to have existed here in the 11th century prior to the Norman conquest. And remember that story about the water supply being cut off to the castle in 1644? That was here. And in 1940, a German aircraft was shot down and crashed near the lake. So what may look like a family-friendly visitor attraction actually has a long and fascinating history.
Now you could spend hours in Swanbourne Lake, especially on a day like today. There's a couple of cafes, well actually one cafe which does quite an extensive range of food, and also a hut that sells ice cream and an all-important duck food to feed the ducks. You can also bring a picnic. There's also lots of footpaths that head into the Downs and up onto Monarch's Way, which is part of the South Downs Way.
Now you can also rent a boat here and go boating, which is the #1 activity to do while you're here. But today we've got other things on our agenda and we are heading to one of those cafes to try out some cake. But we've got some footage that we shot last year of us boating on the lake, so we'll insert that now.
Sarah is now showing her rowing prowess. I'm so surprised you didn't make it to Oxford or Cambridge rowing clubs, you know?
Oh no.
Oh.
Doing into the bank.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so you are clearly the superior rower here.
I have experience.
You are able to row in a straight line. How are you doing this? It's like rowing magic.
It's like, you didn't give me any food.
Now, we have stopped at Swanbourne Lodge tea rooms to try out some of their cakes. Now, as you can tell, I am ready because these cake slices are enormous. But don't worry, there's plenty of room in my tummy. We're going to tuck in and give this a try. This is a banoffee cake, absolutely delicious looking. I'm going to go for a good mouthful of this. If you come here, definitely try the banoffee. This is delicious. But also, because one slice of cake is never enough, I also have a slice of cherry bakewell. I love almond flavoured cakes.
Yeah, because what they do is they tend to...
A short hop from Swanbourne Lake brings you to Arundel Wetlands Centre, a perfect way for the entire family to get close to nature. You can take a boat safari, explore the reed bed boardwalk, have a go at pond dipping, as well as learn all about wetlands and how vital they are, providing biodiverse habitats, homes for endangered species and protection from extreme weather events. Open year-round, entry costs about £7 for children and £13 for adults.
We're here at the Wildfowl and Wetlands Trust.
This place was established in 1976. It used to be a commercial cress farm. Perfect location for it, low-lying and, you know, obviously wetland. But then it was established as a wildfowl and wetlands trust.
Yep, they've got about 40 species of wildfowl here. We are not very good at bird spotting. There are lots of people here with
we can spot them, we just don't know what they are.
Don't know what they are. There's some people here with some very serious looking binoculars, but we have
We got a guide.
We've got a guide, so...
Yeah, so we're going to see what we can tick off. But it's absolutely gorgeous here. Weather's perfect today. It's not too hot, so it's really good for strolling around outdoors. So yeah, let's see what we can find.
That made a jump, didn't it? What are you up to? You can't eat it.
Must-do activity when you're in Arundel is antique hunting. Now, Arundel has a plethora of gorgeous antique shops, from high-end shops where you have to ring the doorbell to go in, to beautiful little shops selling knickknacks and small antiques, and right down to charity shops. So let's go treasure hunting. Arundel is a real collector's paradise, with numerous antique shops along the High Street and Tarrant Street, each shop crammed with retro and historical treasures.
With everything from popular collectibles for a few pounds to rare finds for thousands, Arundel's antique shops have it all. This particular shop is great for furniture. Just fallen in love with a pair of chairs. These gorgeous French club chairs are a mere £1,850.
Yes, we definitely can't afford these.
This is one of the places where you need to ring the bell, but that generally means it's too expensive for us. Window shopping for us today. In his hands. I love globes, but I'm wondering if I have room for another.
We have 3 already, so maybe no.
We parted with a few pounds for a nice piece of retro glassware which caught our eye.
Brilliant. That's great. Thanks very much.
Will you find a Bobby Dazzler of a bargain in Arundel? Just 5 minutes outside Arundel, a little car ride actually, but well worth it, is the Brewhouse Project. Now, we've come here just for beer, but they do a fantastic selection of beer, fresh coffee, and the coffee is immensely good, cakes, and also some really awesome pop-up Greek-style food. We're not having any of that today, but if we can find a photo, we'll pop some in here to show you what we've enjoyed on other occasions. But for now, the sun is shining, we're going to enjoy a lovely craft beer and soak up the rays. There's a counter selling pastry and hot coffee, and also a shop where you can buy a much larger selection of the Arundel Brewery's craft beers and some coffee to take home. Here they serve some awesome craft beers from the Arundel Brewery, so when you're coming to Arundel, why wouldn't you come here? Now, I'm drinking a pint of Cosmic Brain Juice, which is quite a strong IPA, but it is so drinkable, and on a day like today, honestly, I could knock back lots of these. I'm not going to. Sarah's drinking a cider from Cowfold, which is not too far away, Silly Moo cider, and that's your go-to drink, isn't it, Sarah?
It sure is.
They also do beer festivals where they collaborate with other breweries, so if you're into that kind of thing, if you're into your beers, IPAs, ales, this is definitely got to be on your list when you visit Arundel.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed exploring Arundel with us. There is so much to see and do here, so much in fact that we haven't even been able to include it all in this video.
And we hope that it's inspired you to either plan a trip, or if you already have a trip coming up, that it's given you some ideas of things that you must not miss when you come to Arundel.
And if it's not on your list, it definitely should be.
We think so. Thanks for watching.
We'll see you in the next one.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.